episode 20 of Tech Talk. I'm Michelle, and I'm here with my co-host,
Ryan.
Today we're going to talk about how OpenAI is taking on Google Chrome.
Ooh.
They want to replace Google Chrome.
So far, I haven't seen anybody do it. Think about Bing.
What happened with Bing?
Yeah. So Bing was Microsoft's attempt to do this. And every time I use Bing, I can't get whatever I want. And what's funny is that because I'm a non-Apple user, they always put Bing into everything because I use the Microsoft Outlook and stuff like that, and Windows. And then I try to look up something in Bing, I can't find it. I try to get rid of Bing, and they don't allow me to. It's just like a never-ending loop with Bing.
Yeah.
So when it's fascinating that Microsoft wasn't able to do it, it'll be interesting to see how OpenAI does.
Yeah, Microsoft is behind OpenAI.
Yeah, they're funding them with billions of dollars.
Yeah, and OpenAI is going up toe-to-toe with Google Gemini.
Yup. It'll be interesting to see how it all goes.
So how does this all come about? Shall we cover the Department of Justice investigation?
Yeah, let's see.
We're on CNN.com. So apparently the Department of Justice asked court to force Google to spin off Chrome.
Wow.
So maybe in the near future, it wouldn't be Google Chrome, it would just be Chrome.
Chrome itself.
CNN reports that the US government formally proposed a partial breakup of Google on Wednesday. And this is published on Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. Urging a federal judge to force a sale of the company's Chrome web browser after a landmark ruling this year found that Google had violated US antitrust law with its search business. Can you really fault how Google is so good? Google had become a verb, right? Just Google it. Exactly. You can't fault how good they are.
I know that this is getting back into the time of monopolies and everything. So this could be our modern day monopoly that's going to get broken up.
The request by the Justice Department and a group of states opens the door to the most significant antitrust penalties for a tech giant in a generation, targeting not only Google's illegal monopoly in search, but also its growing ambitions in artificial intelligence. If approved, the penalties could revolutionize how millions of Americans search for information and potentially disrupt the tight integration among many of Google's key products and services. Google has promised to appeal. The high-profile case focused on whether the tactics that made Google the default search engine in Chrome, as well as on iPhones, Android devices, and more, were anti-competitive, shutting out smaller search engines from the market. You know what this reminds me of? DuckDuckGo.
Oh.
Just imagine how poor DuckDuckGo had to put out so many advertisements for its platform, but everyone still want to Google it.
Google it, yeah. But this really perplexes me about this Google being the default search engine in Chrome. I thought it was Google Chrome. Isn't that what it is? I just feel like that's a poorly written sentence.
So personally, I don't really have so much of a problem with Google Chrome. So I am a MacBook user. The default browser on a MacBook is Safari, right? Every now and then, when I open a web browser, it becomes Chrome because at some point, they keep pushing out these notifications. Do you want to set Chrome as the default? And inevitably, at some point, I'll click yes. And now my default browser is Chrome. But I was never so much bothered by this because I'm also a Gmail user. What I've been bothered the most by is Adobe Acrobat. On MacBook, the default PDF app is Preview, but the Acrobat always weasel the way in and then become my default PDF app, but it's not very good. I prefer Preview. So that's something I'm really bothered by, but I'm not really bothered by Chrome.
I see.
What is the default PDF app for you on PC?
Well, they have it now as Explorer. So it's like a Windows browser, which I get really annoyed by because I just want to open up the stupid PDF. Instead, I have to open up it in a browser. And then it's impossible to access the PDF itself.
So you'd use Acrobat.
I would prefer Acrobat.
Yeah, I hate Acrobat. It's so annoying. Always ask me to pay. I have Preview. I'm fine with Preview.
I see. Well, that's the point is I have the Adobe, so I would rather use it.
So you were talking about Bing.
Yeah, Bing. That's another thing. Bing is a default, and it's just so subpar. It never gets me anything I want.
So right now, if we search anything in the Chrome browser, we'll get a, well, this has been going on for a long time. That's why I like Google so much, because if you just ask your question, they will give you an answer. And now they may even give you something formulated by Gemini.
Yeah, AI.
Yeah. Do you have that in Bing?
I don't know. I don't even, every time I see Bing, I close it out as fast as possible.
Yeah, I certainly don't have that with Safari. So I've been extremely satisfied with Google especially after the implementation of Gemini as the search engine. It was so seamless. So I like that. So they just really want to spin off Chrome to prevent monopoly of this business.
Ill-gotten gains from illegally acquired advantages.
They added that the court should ban agreements such as Google's exclusive multi-year contracts with Apple, Samsung, and others that make Google the default search engine on their devices.
But see, that's what bothers me because I've had to go through so many hoops. Every time I get a new device, I always have to download Chrome and add it.
Exactly.
So I don't believe in this being a default. Every time I've gotten a new device, the first thing I do is download Google Chrome, set it to my default. I have to actively do that. It wasn't done. In fact, they've been going out of their way to force us to not use Google Chrome. They make us use Explorer. They make us use Safari, all that stuff. So it's just weird to me that they're just now targeting this because in my mind for years, I've had to fight to get my Google Chrome back.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But maybe in the future, you wouldn't need to fight anymore. If they somehow ban Google Chrome, now when you open up your newly purchased device, it's going to be DuckDuckGo.
Yeah. or like GoDaddy or something like that.
GoDaddy's a real thing.
Yeah, I know it is.
Testifying in the case last year, Microsoft's CEO warned of a nightmare future for AI if Google were permitted to translate the billions of search queries every day into training data for its AI models. This sounds like pure jealousy to me.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft can't get users to search stuff on Bing.
Look, Microsoft struggled to compete with its own Bing.
Exactly. It's a leading rival to Google in AI thanks to an exclusive partnership with ChatGPT creator OpenAI. So it sounds to me the competition is fierce.
Yeah.
Every week something new comes up and it's already an AI product. Google has an advantage, but they earned it.
Yeah, earned it over years.
Yeah. On top of Chrome divestiture, DOJ and state officials also called this week for Google Search to be separated from Google's Android mobile operating system and the Google Play App Store, though not necessarily in the form of a breakup or spin-off.
Yeah,
this has real-life consequences.
This sounds like it's a bunch of old people that can't load their own apps. Right? Because it's not like Google's if anything, I think Bing is forcing me to do its shit.
Yeah.
And all these other things. Google has taken a back seat because they know everyone's going to choose them.
Yeah, they were the underdog.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Clear parallels. The Microsoft case has been credited with paving the way for Mozilla's Firefox and Google's Chrome browsers, which ultimately allowed Google to promote its search engine to billions of internet users. So I guess nobody used Firefox. Actually, I know some older people use Firefox.
Yeah, Firefox I would use instead of Safari if I ever had to use a Mac when there was no Google Chrome.
What is the matter with you?
This is like 15 years ago I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. I've used Firefox at one point. The end result here is not dissimilar from Microsoft Core's conclusion as to the browser market. just as the agreement in that case helped keep usage of Navigator below the critical level necessary for Navigator or any other rival to pose a real threat to Microsoft's monopoly. I guess Microsoft was asked to split, right? Like Bill.
Yeah, they did have a monopoly at some point.
Poor Google. I like Google.
I know.
I never really liked Microsoft.
And if you think about it, the only time I ever see ads for any of these other companies and products is when I'm on Google. So Google is providing revenue and ads for all this other stuff too.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't advertise for them. Yeah, I can't help but think that there has been this negativity toward Google. I like the idea of jealousy, as well as Google has been trying to be this arbiter of truth.
Yeah, I
And
trust
so
Google.
you're going to be taken down. But it's true. It's my opinion.
Oops. Yeah, so how does OpenAI benefit from this? From Reuters.com, OpenAI considers taking out Google with browser, the information reports. Of course they are.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been using ChatGPT and Gemini, and we've made up our minds, right?
Yeah, so they're allowed to put out an inferior product. The thing that I know today is that there's going to be an audience out there for everyone.
Yeah. November 21st, ChatGPT creator OpenAI has recently considered developing a web browser that would combine with its chatbot and separately discuss or struck deals to power search features, the information reported on Thursday. OpenAI has spoken about the search product with website and app developers such as Condé Nast, Redfin, Eventbrite, and Priceline, the report said, citing people who have seen prototypes or designs of the product. Well, I like to have the ability to use Chrome. My secondary preference would be Safari because I trust Apple with my privacy. I don't need OpenAI to come at me and tell me my feelings aren't valid. Let's say I'm searching, oh, hey, I just found a mole on my leg. What could be wrong? And then OpenAI is going to say like, blah, 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 you're insane, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we know how ChatGPT is.
All this is going to push me to do is get my entire search done purely in Gemini.
I know.
The move could pit the Sam Altman-led company against Google, which commands the lion's share of the browser and search market. OpenAI has already entered the search market with SearchGPT. Have you tried the SearchGPT?
No, never.
Introducing ChatGPT Search.
Wow.
Ooh. ChatGPT Search.
Designed to get a better answer.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that OpenAI or ChatGPT team is going to quickly put together a product in the form of a browser, or maybe implement this browser function or ChatGPT search function in Bing or one way or another. There's no doubt in my mind they'll be able to do that. It's just a matter of would I choose it, knowing what I know, feeling how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this product's already out there, and right now you can download Google Chrome extension for ChatGPT.
But see,
search.
now I'm starting to revise how I think about it because it says download Chrome extension. They're trying to remove the Google from Chrome nowadays, which is fascinating.
So they want Chrome to be its own thing, they want to cut off the connection between what people are Googling and the ability of Gemini to use it.
Yes. Well,
Gemini right now dominates information, right? Chatbots such as ChatGPT need training data, so it's always delayed in a way. But Gemini have front row seat to what people are searching right now, to what news articles are being published right at this second.
yeah, exactly.
Oh well.
All right, let's go down. I wanted to hear this part here because this seems interesting.
Google's dominance in the browser market became precarious after the U.S. Department of Justice argued that the company should sell its Chrome browser to end its monopoly on online search. OpenAI has also discussed powering artificial intelligence features on Samsung-made devices. a key business partner of Google. The information report said, citing people who were briefed about the situation. This just sounds like a hit job to me. The company already has a partnership with Apple. Hey.
Wait, I thought they got rid of their partnership.
No, they're still partners. Just Apple didn't further invest billions of dollars like Microsoft did. Whereby the iPhone maker's Apple Intelligence features on new devices are powered using the technology from OpenAI. I don't know if this is completely true. Apple Intelligence, in my understanding, is made in Apple.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is an overstatement.
Yeah, this is an overstatement.
They literally just have a link to ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's almost like they just want ChatGPT to serve as a search engine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The information report, however, said OpenAI is not remotely close to launching a browser. But I don't know. I feel like this can happen really quickly. If somehow oh, you know what? Their ability to quickly launch a browser is contingent on Google's ability to not have that Chrome browser user data instantaneously anymore. If that data become public, then it's anybody's to grab.
Yeah, anybody's game.
Google, OpenAI, and Samsung did not immediately respond to Reuters' request for comment.
Yeah, well, that's because their article is rife with inaccuracies. No wonder why you said you blocked this Reuters.
I don't like it.
What do you guys think about this whole browser? This has really opened my mind into I need to do more personal research on what is Chrome, what is the origin of Chrome, because I've always thought of it as Google Chrome, and I thought it was something that Google owned and that they should be able to have ownership of it. Now, I realize now I never think of Microsoft Bing or Apple Safari, right? So technically, Mozilla, I don't even know what the heck Mozilla Firefox is, right? I've only ever thought of Google Chrome, so maybe they do have an unfair advantage. But that's simply because the product is so good. I don't even think of Google YouTube, even though Google has purchased YouTube. And now that I think about it, the whole thing is actually Alphabet. So we need to study up what is Alphabet, what is Google Chrome.
Yeah,
Who owns it?
I just asked Gemini, what is the origin of Chrome browser?
Yeah.
And Gemini said the development began in 2006. This is not that long ago.
No.
Led by Sundar Pichai, who's now Google's CEO.
See, I told you, I was using Firefox back in like 2002.
Yeah.
Before there even was Chrome.
Yeah, that was around the time I was using Firefox and Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
And Safari, I think.
Yeah.
Google was frustrated with existing browsers being slow and clunky. They wanted to create something faster, simpler, and more secure.
Yep.
Chrome is built upon the open source Chromium project. This means much of its code is freely available, allowing developers worldwide to contribute and improve. Come on!
Fascinating.
Google is always open.
Yeah.
Like, think about Android, open to developers.
What it was supposed to be, OpenAI, right?
They're just so jealous of the goodness of Gemini and how they're able to integrate Gemini and Chrome.
Well, to think about it, OpenAI was the one that started with ChatGPT, right? And they became super popular. Boom, they said it was the fastest growing product in history. But then Gemini comes out and it's just so much better. And Google is actually advertising for it now in all their products. So they're clearly feeling behind the 8 ball here. OpenAI is feeling the heat. So now they're trying. I bet you they're the ones who said, we got to tear down Google. They're a monopoly.
Or Team Google.
Yeah, Team Google. Exactly.
I think that's it for today.
Yes.
Let us know how you feel about this. What browser do you use? What is your favorite browser to use?
Yeah, I personally have never thought about it until this moment. So I'd like to know if any of you guys have.
Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you guys in our next one.
All right, bye.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance.